Imagine Dragon, that's our first track for today. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome on Tunis International Radio. You are listening right now to the daily edition of English language program presented by Houda bin Cheikh in Studio 1 with my colleague Houda Bizid for the technical engineering. Hope you're having a great time on this very special day, the 1st of July. We are going to start with a new month and one session work. So everybody is happy because during afternoons, people can go to the beach and enjoy family time. Today, we are going to speak about an interesting event that is organized by the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation, and I'm really happy to welcome my guests here. Our first guest is Habiba, Alaya, program manager in the Rosa Luxemburg, and Zeineb Nouira, who is a event which is entitled Rosa Book Club. So it is a summer edition. It is a very fantastic moment of sharing that's going to be there. And what is interesting is also that we are going to speak and to deal and debate about issues, feminist issues. So very happy to welcome you here. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
So would you introduce yourself to the listeners, and later on, of course, Habiba is going to explain for us the role of Rosa Luxemburg, the main axis of events that they are planning and working on.
Okay, so my name is Zeineb Nouira. I'm a professeur agrégé. I graduated from École Normale Supérieure, and I had the pleasure to have this opportunity to be here and to have this opportunity also to facilitate this book club. It was suggested by Habiba through a number of meetings, and I welcome this idea. And
you are really in the feminist issues.
Well, and here we are.
Here we are, yes. So, Habiba, Rosa Luxemburg is a very interesting foundation and an organism that is working in very different fields, promoting culture, but also different aspects of culture. So, can you tell us a little bit about it?
First of all, thank you again for having us. Your show is our space where we share our latest events and initiatives, and it means a lot coming back here again. The Rosa Foundation is a foundation that is based in Tunis, but it's a regional office. We work on the North Africa region. And it is mainly concerned with knowledge production, and the domains we focus on are social rights, migration, and feminism. We started the Rosa Book Club a couple of years ago, and it had a different approach. We used to have in-person events where we invite the writers, and the focus was mainly on North African literature and in Arabic. This time, and I think this is the first time I say this, the planning and the idea was purely inspired by Zeineb, because I always wanted to do an English book club, and I always wanted to do a feminist book club, and I never found the encouragement and someone who can do this with me. And when I saw her profile, she's very talented, and she's part of other initiatives and projects that are similar to the Rosa Book Club. So I sent her a text, and I was like, Zeineb, what about the feminist book club? Are you in? And she was totally in. And we started talking, and I think we talked for 2 hours trying to draft the first programs and choosing the books. And this is the idea, is to have a space for the English readers and the people who use English, because we know in Tunisia and it's been the situation that English always comes in the third place to Arabic and to French. And we wanted to create this space, especially during the summer, for people who would like to read the book in a collective group or to practice English. And feminism was just the cherry on top. That was this is how we wanted to start and to distinguish ourselves from other book clubs.
Wonderful. It's a very genuine idea, actually, and I really like it because it's really the opportunity. The timing is really great. So people who are interested to participate, they thought then I have no excuse not to come. And it is a great opportunity to practice the language, of course. As you said, English, people, especially young people, they are eager to participate and they want to improve themselves in the oral skills. And this is the opportunity of sharing, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. So how did it come to you to organize and to select and to think about all that?
Well, to be precise, the topic of feminism, it's always a timely topic to discuss. And like Habiba said, we found that we have the time, we have the space, we have the means, so why not just, broach the topic, and we publicize it, hoping that we have different profiles and different backgrounds to join the conversation, because eventually this book club is just a space for negotiating a pressing issue, has always been a pressing issue, and we have the time and the space and the means, and so let's do it.
Exactly. So what is the concept of a book club? So generally the organizers, they select a book,
Yes.
and they invite readers to come. Are they going to read it on site, or are they going to read it at home and debate it on site?
Well,
No.
okay. Well, ideally, it would be best if they read the book, because normally we would announce, the next book, for example, let's say a week prior, or 2 weeks. So in order to optimize the experience, it's best if the participants already read the book, so we can, select different themes, different passages. It's a good opportunity to practice their critical thinking as well. If they have a certain idea, a certain character, for example, that they can identify with, if they have a certain idea that they want to mention as well, that they seem relevant. And basically, we provide Habiba will tell you exactly how things go in the process, but in the book club, they should at least have an idea about the book, the author, the frame of the feminist trend, because last time we tried to frame the book club by tackling the different trends of feminism, by trying to, in a way, lay the grounds for this book club. So in order, like I said, to optimize the reading experience and the exchange of ideas, it would be best to have an idea about the book, so we can actually delve into it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So it's very interesting. So what happens is that you selected some books. So
Yes.
We've been speaking in the off, and you said that you have planned for 3 sessions. So what are the books that you have selected? And I'm curious about the previous edition. You said that we focused on Arabic books before. So did you succeed to get the writers too? Do you invite the writers, or just you do it as an activity in a closed circle?
I will start with the last part of your question. Well, in previous sessions, the focus was mainly on, as I said, North African literature, because we noticed how as people from North Africa really know about the other literary trends in neighboring countries, such as Morocco, for example, Algeria, Libya, and Egypt. And it's mostly, even in the Arabic domain, it's mostly dominated by certain countries or certain cultures. So we wanted to really voice North African voices. And all of the sessions were very and incredibly successful. We had people coming and reaching out. What made it special was our ability to invite the writers from Algeria, from Libya. Yeah, we had a very special programming. And we had a great feedback from the readers, and that's the idea. Sometimes it's not the book itself, and it's not the reading process in itself, but I remember we had the Iraqi translator Bassam al-Bazaz in one of our sessions, and he's based in Algeria, and he translates books from Latin America to Arabic, because we did not only invite writers, we did invite translators and publishers. And it was the human experience that made that session very special. The ability of the readers to connect with him being an Iraqi refugee in Algeria and working from Algeria to share this incredible books and literature to the rest of the world. So this time it was a little bit different. And I'm not going to be as strict as Zeineb, because she wants everything. I like that about her. And I like this about the dynamic between the two of us as curator of this program, that we are a little bit different. The idea, it's not for me necessarily to have read the book, you can know about the book or about the writer. It's for me, especially with with this session and with this edition globally or overall is to reach out to younger audiences, to provide them with this safe space to talk about things such as feminism, because sometimes we don't have that, the platform or the space or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And the book is for example, or fiction for us, or literature is the door to get into this world, because sometimes it comes with a lot of misconception and a lot of wrong ideas.
Yes.
As Tunisian women, because the programming it's here in Tunis, is to provide for these young women and men, and young men as well, they are welcome to join us, is to talk about their own experiences, as Zeineb have mentioned, if they can relate to certain characters. And that's basically it for us. And even the process of gathering is we meet every other Thursday at the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation, which is in Mutuelleville. We have a beautiful garden, and it's to have a circle and to discuss ideas based on the book. And even if you haven't read the book, I'm tolerant.
I'm tolerant.
I said ideally. Ideally.
Exactly.
Perfect word.
Because I believe, as myself as a reader, sometimes seeing people talk about a book with this energy and this excitement, in the past, it drove me, or it made me want to read the book. The way I see this person talking about this writer or about this character,
The inspiration.
yeah,
Exactly.
and I want that energy to pass through, because I
To
believe
go viral.
in my age and my experience, I think I come with a lot of privileges, and I want to give a hand to the upcoming generation that is coming after me.
Yes.
I was able, and I had so many privileges of finding people that showed me the way or guided me. I'm not saying that I'm gonna guide anyone. I'm myself trying to answer certain questions, but at
to
least
pass on the passion for
Yes, exactly.
wanting to discover things.
yes, that's the main idea of the book, and that's the spirit of the book. The last session, and also for the listener to be able to understand, we have programmed 4 sessions. The first one was a reading date that already is done. It was on June 19th, and now we have the 3 upcoming sessions.
What are the dates for the upcoming sessions? Take notes, guys.
We have July 10th. We picked beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and we have July 27th. We picked The Vegetarian by Han Kang, and August 7th is The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
How did you select the books? I'm really curious. The titles seem so strange to me. I mean, we don't know about them.
Well,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well,
I cannot speak with a we.
It's very understandable. Well, we try to diversify the books as much as we could, because in feminism we don't have one main perspective. Perspectives change according to, the history, the culture, the world and the life experience of the writers. So we try to pick a book that is related to the Western woman, to the Asian woman, to the African woman, so we can have a globalized vision of what feminism is. We didn't want to be very reductionist nor restrictive in our selections.
Good. I really like the idea, the perspective.
Also, I'd like to add that these authors in the English community, whether on Bookstagram or Booktube, they are very famous and very well known and very well established. Sally Rooney, she is a pioneer. Honestly, she's like 32, and she already has published 4 books now. All of them are critically acclaimed, and this is the spirit she brings, like youth, because we want to talk to young women in their like mid-20s, late 20s, their struggles with society, with finding their identity, with everything, with politics, with love, with how they see life. And Sally Rooney, she has proved herself to be a great human, not only writer, because she's also have very respectful positioning when it comes to the Palestinian cause, for example. And even when it comes to literature, for example, she refused for her two latest books to be turned into Netflix movies because she wanted to respect the book as an art form for itself. She was very critical of what's happening in Palestine at the moment. And honestly, she speaks to us as women in our age, and again, how we see the world. For Chimamanda, she's also she has other work like Americana. I've read it before, and again, she brings this fresh light of a woman trying to find her identity as an African woman living in the United States. And I think all women and men from different age categories can really relate to what she's doing. Comes the vegetarian. It's a little bit of it's not like one of my favorite books, but I thought it was important to have a perspective from Asia, and she's a South Korean writer, Japanese.
South Korea, and she won the Nobel Prize, guys.
And she won the Nobel. So and even the book is weird. It brings that Asian spirit to it. It's not like the Western tradition of writing. You know, they have this magic realism to their books, and I really thought maybe we should also see that side.
Very, very genuine idea to be, as you said, to approach the thing in a global way, not to be restrictive to one specific
in a holistic
culture.
manner. Yes, for sure.
So it's really interesting. This experience, both of you, and this collaboration is coming out with this wonderful event and this wonderful initiative. As Habiba announced, there are 3 dates so for the upcoming days. So the 10th of July, the 27th, and the August.
This 7th
of August.
Yeah.
So for all those who are interested now and who are curious and listening to today's edition, so how can they join in? For sure, those who are going to join in, you are going to be with Zeineb Nouira, who is going to be facilitating the thing for you. Don't worry, she's not as strict as she seems.
Ideally, keyword, ideally.
Ideally, yes. So as you said, reading the book, it would be great because you can come out and you can debate on certain issues that you are interested in. But still, if you are passionate about the feminism in general, come and discover, because this is a space for exchange and for discovering. We want to have this passion going all through the group, I suppose. That's
Absolutely.
The main objective of it.
Everyone is welcome to share, to identify, it's just a space, a warm space, circle that gathers different people from different backgrounds. We have students. Last time we had students, we had teachers, we had even foreigners as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
right.
We had mothers, we had ambitious people, and that is, as much as the experiences were different, we actually found some kind of common ground, which was very wholesome.
Course. We are humankind.
Exactly.
That's the basic of it.
Yes.
I mean, all women, I suppose, are suffering from one type of discrimination everywhere. They are suffering from different type of violence too. I suppose this is common ground everywhere. It's not typical to Tunisia or Africa or Europe.
Absolutely, yes.
So plenty of interesting people. Those who want to practice English, this is a unique edition. We come out to the same idea of this time. It's not going to be only in Arabic or French. This time you came out with this very interesting, genuine, smart, fantastic idea of making young people who are going to join in, speak in English.
Yes.
So here it is. So what would you like to say, coming now to the participation? How can do they have to register? Is there a link?
Yes, I will be adding a link, because I know that you share the video of a recording of the show. So I will be putting the link in one of the comments for sure. It's very easy. Just like you have to register, just your name and email address, so we can send you information, or if we have updates, or you can go to our social media. We have Rosa Book Club. It's on Instagram, and you can follow us there to see any other updates and dates. concerning the book club or this.
How many people generally you accept? There is a space that is, I suppose, restraining.
We welcome everyone from 15 until 50.
You know, the more the merrier.
50, good.
Yeah.
There is a garden, by the way. It's not.
We have the space, guys. Please, you're welcome.
An open air space. We have coffee and juice and some sweets. Then we have tote bags. We also, honestly, I have to say this. Also, we try to provide at least a couple of copies to give to people in case, because English books tend to be a little bit expensive. But I think we ordered them, and the order is gonna be a little bit late than expected. But hopefully, with the third and the final sessions, we will be able to give copies to people in case they want to read. Because the idea was to make the reading process as accessible to everyone as possible, and we know not everyone can afford the book.
Exactly, not everyone can afford the book, and reading, I think, with a tablet, with a PC, that's not really comfortable. Having this book in your hand and reading it's much better.
It's an entirely different experience to actually feel the book.
You feel the book, you take notes, and you do it. You take it with you to the beach, etc. That's even reading is really more enjoyable, I suppose.
True.
Yes.
So before ending today's English program, she gave you an appetizer. Actually, she told you that there are gonna juice, coffee, etc. So welcome everyone. She's gonna be posting the link, but also there are social networks. If you are curious, you can send them a message right away, and they will answer you right back. So Zeineb, what would you like to say to the listeners? What would you like to? How would you like to attract them?
Well, we have books, we have good vibes, we have food and drinks, we have a garden. What else can you ask for?
That's the best dream. That's the best dream for everyone.
And you're welcome to join us, and we'll be delighted. Trust me, it's going to be a very different experience on a summer evening. It will, to add some kind of, to spice up your routine in an intellectual way.
Yeah, thank you so much. Zeineb and Nouira, the facilitator for the event, which is Rosa Book Club. Habiba, Alaya, program manager at Rosa Luxemburg Foundation. Thank you for being here, for providing this information. And as we say, sharing is caring.
Yes.
Exactly. By the way, the timing, how is it? It's an afternoon event. It's an evening event.
Yes, it's for 2 hours from 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yes.
Okay. We've got everything, so don't miss the opportunity. This is a chance not to be missed. I'm sure it's going to be an enriching experience for most of you, and a life-changing experience, actually, because there's going to be plenty of people debating and speaking and learning. It's a space for learning. That's what I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Back to music now.
I'll be alright.
Yeah.